Assalamualaikum boys and girls. Once again welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Let's join pharmacy. Yes, so today I am here in front of you with one more new lecture, that is a lecture 4 in unit 1, and it is one of the very important lecture. What it? That is a growth and nutritional requirements. For the growth of this bacterial growth, microbial growth, which type of nutrition is required, okay, which types of factors are affecting for the growth, that all concept we will complete in this lecture. And this lecture contains a 10 marks 1, 5 marks 1, 2 marks 1. In these three, one question is fixed for your examination. Got it? Yes, first study what is this growth. Simply, growth is the orderly increase in the quantity of the cellular constituents. Means here quantity of the cellular constituents get increases consistently, orderly. Such type of constituents or cellular constituents is known as growth. Growth involves increase in cell mass, then cell wall, duplication of the DNA, genetic materialities, and cellular membrane. It involves these all types: cell mass, cell wall, duplication of the DNA, and cellular membrane. The chemicals and elements of these environment that are utilized by the bacterial growth are referred as a nutritional requirements. Means the type of chemicals, okay, and the elements of the environment, okay, that are required by the bacterial growth. The chemicals and the environmental elements that are required for the bacteria for its normal growth, that is known as nutritional requirements. It is requirements. Now for example, for us it requires the food, drink, okay, we are drinking water, we are we are taking numerous types of food, okay. Why? Because of it's our requirement. Without that we cannot live. For in same way they require chemical and elements of the environment. Many bacteria can be grown in the laboratory by cultural media. As you know that culture media, later we will discuss one topic about this culture media, very important topic. Culture media, see, many type of bacteria are grown here, okay, because the cultural media, it is set in such a way that the bacteria can fulfill their all needs. Means the food, the drink, shelter, everything they can be satisfied, they can be fulfilled by means of this culture media, okay. And basically many scientists to study about the particular bacteria or virus or any type of microbes, we are preparing this culture media. Next is the growth requirements, okay, requirements for the bacteria for the growth. See here the various requirements for bacterial growth are major elements. Some of the major elements are important. It is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, iron, calcium, manganese, and a small amount of zinc, cobalt, copper, molybdenum. These are the important elements. Okay, you just remember these elements. Okay, then these elements are found in the form of water, inorganic oils, ions, some molecules, and macromolecules. Means in the water, organic ions, inorganic ions, and small molecules and micromolecules. These all traces and major elements are observed. Now trace elements means these are the metal ions required by the certain cells in a small amount. The requirement of this trace element is in required quantity, small quantity, but it's required, like cobalt, zinc, copper, molybdenum, manganese. Here we studied, no? Yes, these are the some major elements and trace elements which are required for the growth of the bacteria. Now growth factors. See here, growth factors are very important. An organism, whether it is the autotroph or heterotroph, may require a small amount of certain organic compounds for growth. These compounds are nothing but growth factors. Although these bacteria, they can be autotroph or heterotroph. Autotroph means, later we will discuss, they depend on the photosynthesis. Heterotroph means they does not prepare their own food generally, okay. They are depending on the others, like human beings. Got it? And the what amount of food they are requiring, no, that known as growth factors. See, growth factors are organized into three types. One is the purines and pyrimidines, means required for the synthesis of the nucleic acid, DNA, amino acid, synthesis of the proteins, okay. It is also a type of growth factor, very important for the formation of the protein. Vitamins like folic acid, biotin, lipoic acid, nicotinic acid, vitamin B12, B6, B2, vitamin K are needed as coenzymes and functional group of the certain enzyme. They are very important for the coenzyme. Coenzymes are helpful, okay, they keep their hand with this enzyme, okay, they will precipitate or they will increase the work of this enzyme, coenzyme. It is a non-protein part of the enzyme, by the way. Now the 2 marks question, it is a nutritional type of bacteria. Now bacteria are classified on the nutritional type. There we studied the whichever type of bacteria, either it is autotroph or heterotroph, there will be requirement of which one, growth factors. Means they require purines, pyrimidines, amino acid, vitamins, minerals, okay, etc. Now see here, nutritional types of bacteria. First is autotrophic bacteria, the bacteria which are able to synthesize their own food from inorganic substances, okay, supplied from the environment. They are capable to synthesize their own organic food. How? By means of their inorganic. Such type of preparation is known as autotrophic. In general, they prepare their own food. Then further, they are again classified as a photoautotrophic bacteria and then chemoautotrophic bacteria. Photoautotrophic bacteria means they just preparing the food by means of the sunlight. Chemoautotrophic bacteria means they are preparing the food from they are preparing the food from inorganic substances. Means the organic food are prepared, synthesis of the organic food, where from the inorganic substances like water or any type of the elements which are available in the environment. From that they are converting them into organic food which can be required by their daily use. These are the 2 sub-classification of this autotrophic bacteria. Now the next type is heterotrophic bacteria. As in the name itself indicating, it is opposite to which one? It is opposite to the autotrophs. Here heterotroph means the bacteria which are unable to manufacture their own organic food and depends on the external source. Means they are dependent like human beings. They are depending on the others for everything, okay, for food in this, where in the bacteria. Such type of bacteria are known as heterotrophic bacteria. Simple terms these are already you studied in your H10+2 and also in your 8th standard, 9th standard, already you studied there. Here they are again classified as sub-classification, that is photoheterotrophs and chemoheterotrophs. Okay, photoheterotroph means these are the special type of the bacteria. They can be prepared their food by means of the photosynthesis also, and they can be prepared their food by means of the other dependent food also. Means they are depending on the other animals also. Means it is a semi type of. Then chemoheterotroph means completely they will depend on where? On the other sources. These are the 2 basic classification. Then very important concept, culture media for the growth of the bacteria. How to set the culture media? I have told you culture media is very important for the growth of the bacteria. Now let's study what is this culture media. See, the constituent growth and survival of the microorganisms depend on an adequate supply of nutrients and favorable environmental conditions. Got it? See, for the growth of the microorganism, for the growth of the certain microorganisms, there will be requirement of the nutrients and favorable environmental condition. For an example, see, for human requirement there will be for human development there will be requirement of food, water and adequate temperature. The same way for the bacterial growth, there will be requirement of the culture media. That culture media should be adequate supply of the nutrient with the favorable environmental conditions. That's, my brothers and sisters, the meaning of this term. Now the nutrient solution is prepared for growth and multiplication of the microorganisms is known as culture media. It is a nutrient solution, dears. It is prepared. Why it is prepared? For the growth and multiplication of the microorganisms. Okay, this is known as culture media. And if you want still more, means this nutrient solution, it constituents, it holds different types of the nutrients like agar nutrients, water, lipids, proteins, different types of energy rich components are present in this nutrient solution. See here, common ingredients of culture media. Here we'll study common ingredients in this culture media. Which type of nutrients ingredients are present means water, common. Then peptone, it is also an important ingredient. Means it is a degraded protein. Peptone, it is a degraded protein. Okay, after the degradation of the protein. We are not using here concentrated protein where in the culture. We are using the dilute protein in general. Branched protein we are using here. Then yeast extract. Extraction from the yeast means basically from Saccharomyces. Okay, Saccharomyces bacteria. Then yeast, fungi. We are extracting from those for this culture media for the development of the microbes. Then meat extract, extracting from the meat. Then agar, very important. Agar, the mostly widely used culture media, that's of agar culture media, because it is the synthetic and safe. Got it? And it is very fast. Development of microorganisms is in this agar solution, nutrient solution is 10x, very fast. Yes, see, this is the just culture media for growth and the bacteria, growth of the bacteria. Now let's discuss about the classification of the cultural media. Very important this is, my dear brothers and sisters, because it has asked in the 5 marks question paper, in the 5 marks of your question paper, 5 mark session. Classification of the cultural bacteria. If we discussed what is cultural bacteria, simply you remember the nutrient solution which is helpful for the development of the growth of the microorganism is known as culture media. Got it? Now see, these classified as based on the nature of the ingredients. This culture media is classified nature of the ingredients, which type of ingredients are used. The media that requires living cell or tissues which are parasitized by microorganisms to be cultured, means here the type of the culture media that require living cells or tissues which are infected by microorganisms to be cultured. Because what happens, my dear brothers and sisters, here some microorganisms can be lived with the help of the host. See here, just I am giving one example for you. What is this? It is the culture media. It is the agar culture media. Okay, before injecting the microorganisms to study their physical or chemical structure, why we are using culture media means basically to study the culture or to study the morphology or structure of that different types of bacteria. Scientists are utilizing this culture media. Before transferring the bacteria, what we are doing, we are putting a slides of living cells or living tissues as a host cell. Okay, while this bacteria attacks into that living cells or living tissues, these bacteria will show the greater amount of multiplication. The division is faster in the presence of the host cell. This is one type of the classification. Okay, here example, cultivation of rickets and viruses inside the host cell. You are observe the coronavirus, we are the host for it. How it multiplies? It multiplies very fastly in the host cell. Okay, it is a type of based on nature of the ingredient. Okay, some bacteria they require living cells for the development. But now the media that does not require living cell, some bacteria are there, they doesn't require any type of the living cell or any type of the host. Okay, they subdivided as synthetic media and non-synthetic media. Now what is this synthetic media? Synthetic media means it is the type of the media in which only pure chemicals in definite concentration. See here, I have told you the synthetic media, it doesn't require any type of the host or living cell. Okay, complete it is the culture of the pure synthetic chemicals, synthetic nutrients, my dear brothers and sisters. Okay, such type of media is known as synthetic media. Non-synthetic means these are the media in which not exactly and less concentrations of the chemicals are used. We cannot tell them they are extra pure or they are less pure. Mediator, they are medium pure and they are less concentration of the solutions which are used for the development of the many bacteria. This is the one type of classification of the culture media. Now next classification is that is based on the physical state of the medium. Okay, on the type of the physical state, they again subdivide into 4 categories: liquid media, semi-solid media, liquefiable solid media and solid media. These are the 4 type of classification. How they are classified? means they are based on the physical state of the media. Okay, the different bacteria are suitable for the different types of the media. I will explain you. See, first one is liquid media. These media are used in the liquid form. Okay, these media are used in the liquid form. Liquid media it is. Okay, the bacteria which are suitable for this media, we are inserting that bacteria into liquid media. For an example, see, what is this? It is the liquid media. Liquid media. Liquid media means it consists some of the nutritional broth. Nutritional broth means solution broth means nutritional broth means the broth contains some of the nutrients like agar, proteins, peptide, water molecules, organic substances. Many important proteins or minerals are present here. So it's known as a brocellular broth. Okay, brocellular broth or nutrient broth, my dear brothers and sisters. It is the liquid media. The next one is semi-solid media. The media contains 0.5% or less of agar. Okay, and it imparting custard consistency to the medium. It is the semi-solid media. It is the semi-solid media, petri dish. It is a semi-solid media. Here in this semi-solid media, it looks like a gel-like substance. Okay, semi-gel-like substance. Means semi-solid means absolutely semi-solid creams you are observing. Semi-solid, gel-like structures, gel-like substances. Gel-like substances. They are why means because of the agar. 0.5% of agar we are using here. They impart the custard consistency to the medium. For an example, cystine, then triptych is agar media. It is a type of the two medium. Then liquefiable solid media. Here it is a special type of media, my dear brothers and sisters, because the media it acts as a solid in cool condition and it acts as a liquid in warm condition. Got it? This type of the media, if in the hot condition, that act as in a liquid form, and in the cool condition it act as in a solid form. Got it? It is also known as the solid to liquid conversion media or liquid to solid conversion media. It is a reversible type of the media. Got it? Now the last one is a solid media. It is a complete solid type of the media which is required for the some restricted bacteria which grows on this solid media. Bile salt agar media, nutrient agar media. It is the type of the solid media, my dear brothers and sisters. Which one? Bile salt agar media, nutrient agar media. It is the solid type of the culture media. Yes, this is the classification based on where? Based on the physical state which can be naked to our eyes, which can be seen to our eyes. The next one is classification based on application of the function. First one is the cultivation media, storage media, and the enrichment media. Many functions are there, but I have bring in front of you only 3 classification based on application of functions. Okay, on the basis of the functions, how they get classified. First one is cultivation media. See here, these are the media which are used for the general cultivation of bacteria. For the general cultivation means for the general we are using in the laboratory conditions. Okay, while in the practicals mainly this type of the cultivation media are used, like nutrient agar. General practice. Next, storage media. Here bacteria are stored as a stock culture for longer periods of time and serve as a viable for cultures. Means here this type of storage media it is used in the scientist laboratory because they require to store the bacteria for longer duration of time, because they want to observe their movements, they want to observe their physical chemical characters. For that's why this media is mainly used in the laboratories, scientific laboratories. Then the enrichment media means it is the media of the blood, serum, hemoglobin, vitamins and amino acid for the growth of the certain bacteria. Special type of the media, you can tell this, because it contains a blood, serum, important vitamins and amino acid. For what purpose this all? Yes, very good. These all are for purpose for the development of that bacteria. Okay. The main reason is the main intention of our is to maintain that bacteria healthy. Why means we can get the great result by maintaining that bacteria healthy. Now for an example I will tell you, my friend has given me one dog. He told me, my dear, you keep this dog for 1 month and you give me by making his strength a double. At that time what we will do, and I will give you for that 1,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees, or different prices he will tell, or 1 lakh rupees, etc. Then the dog receiver, he becomes happy. What he will do, he will put his whole effort for the dog, okay, for the health of that dog. He will add him many nutrient food, he will give him pedigree, today's market, okay, different type of nutrient supply for he will supply for the dog. After 1 month or after 2 months, the dog will be in a double strength. At that time, observing the dog, the result also better, okay. The donor initially which he has given the dog for that man, he will appreciate him and he will give him some prize like 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, etc. Just for an example purpose. Got it? This is the main intention of this culture media. And in microbiology, culture media plays an extreme important role, my dears. Yes, these are the 3 types of the media we studied. Then next we study one more important, physical or environmental factors affecting bacterial growth. These are the physical or environmental factors, okay, which will affect the growth of that bacteria. That is, first one is oxygen. See here, oxygen is the universal component of the cell and is always provided in large amounts by means of water, H2O, oxygen. And they are again divided as aerobes and non-aerobes. See here, aerobes means they require oxygen for growth. Means the bacteria which requires oxygen for growth is known as aerobes. And non-aerobic or non-aerobes means they doesn't require oxygen for the growth. Example for the aerobes, Lactobacillus, Nocardia, Mycobacterium, these all are the example for aerobic. Non-aerobic we discuss mean Clostridium, Bacteroides, bacteriodes. These are the example for non-aerobes. This play an important role, okay, the factors depending on where oxygen. First one is. Next one, temperature. See here, a particular microorganism has a definite temperature for growth. Definite temperature. Because their body has to be maintain that temperature. No, a definite microorganisms have particular temperature on the basis of their cell wall, on the basis of their maintenance, etc. The temperature for the growth of the bacteria can be minimum. Yes, it can be minimum for some bacteria and it can be maximum for some, and it can be optimum temperature, medium temperature for some bacteria. This is the role of the temperature, my dears. Yes, now based on the temperature, they are again classified as cryophiles, mesophiles, thermophiles. Cryophiles, see, the bacteria which are able to grow at 0 degree, that is Fibrio, comma shape bacteria, it is a Fibrio, okay, at the temperature 0 degree it can be grow, okay. That type of bacteria is cryophils. Then mesophils, these are the bacteria which are able to grow at the temperature of 25 to 45 degree, okay, they can be grown in this temperature. If any decrease in this temperature like 10 degree, 15 degree, no, they cannot grow. Or any increase in this temperature like 50, 45, 50, 55, they cannot grow because they are not suitable. This is the very important factor for the growth, that is temperature. Example is E. coli bacteria, Streptococcus pyogenes, it is also a type of the bacteria. Got it? Now thermophiles. These are the bacteria which grow at optimum temperature, means normally at 45 degree or higher. You are observe, higher means last at 75 degree Celsius, not greater than that. In the desert area, Sahara desert or Rajasthan desert, you observe there, the bacteria can be grown at the temperature of the 45 degree Celsius. Less in that, they cannot grow. They will die. Yes, this is some basic concept about the depending on the which one temperature. Now hydrogen ion concentration. Some bacteria depends upon the hydrogen ion concentration. Means some are acidophiles and neutrophiles. Yes, some are growth on the acidic. Means the pH can be up to 1.5 to 3 or 4. And neutrophils means this pH can be basic 7.7, 7.5. And alkalophiles. Alkalophiles means they are maintained in the pH 7.5, 8, 9, sometimes 10. Okay, beyond these pH they goes means particularly they can be destroyed or they can be died. Basically they cannot show any growth because these are very important factors for their growth. Yes, water also very important because now see, some bacteria, if they are aerobic means air means yes, they require water. If they are non-aerobic means they doesn't require water because water contains oxygen. Okay, water contains oxygen. Anaerobic bacteria doesn't require any type of oxygen. At that time they will die. Some of the light resistance, photosynthetic. Okay, they require the light from the sunlight. That type of bacteria is also there. Okay, non-photosynthetic bacteria is also there. Yes, this is the factors depending on the growth of the bacteria: temperature, water, oxygen, light. Okay, light, then hydrogen and concentration. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters. Now the last concept, that is bacterial growth cell. Very, very, very important topic for 5 marks. Okay, very important, very important. You have to draw this graph and you have to explain the bacterial growth curve. Got it? Yes, here the bacterial growth curve, basically these are studied under the 4 phases, my dear brothers and sisters. Okay, that is lag phase, log phase, stationary phase, death or decline phase. First we will study this one point, very important point. The characteristic growth curve obtained in batch culture, means it is the growth curve where it is obtained from the batch culture. Batch culture means it is a culture in which no fresh nutrients are added. The nutrients are added but no fresh nutrients. Okay, the nutrients are from the periods, from the last 10 to 15 hours. Say for an example, for 15 days or 1 week. Okay, they lose their nutrient property. Such type of culture we are adding here to observe the growth of that bacteria. We studied that growth in which phase: lag, log, stationary phase and death or decline phase. Okay, first we will draw one diagram here. See here, what is this? First one it is the lag phase. It is the lag phase, log phase, stationary phase, decline phase. Lag phase, log, stationary, it is the decline phase. Got it? And this is a time what we maintained. Clear? It is log number of bacteria, log of number of bacteria, where it is here the number of bacteria, log of number of bacteria. Let's study first one. What is this log phase? See here, in log phase what happens, my dear brothers and sisters? During this phase bacteria adapt themselves to growth conditions. Means it is the initial condition of the growth, this one. Here what happens, the bacteria adapt the condition of the growth, and it is the phase of intense metabolic activity in which bacteria prepared for reproduction, synthesis of the DNA, enzyme and other macromolecules needed for cell division, macromolecules. Here this log phase, my dear brothers and lag phase. Here in this lag phase what happens, here intense metabolic activity takes place, reproduction takes place, synthesis of the DNA takes place, enzyme synthesizes and other macromolecule synthesizes which are needed for the division of the cell, further cell division. Okay, here where in the lag phase. Next is during this phase, means lag phase, there may be increase in size but no increase in cell number. If the bacteria is 1 or 2 or 3, the number will be same, but the size, the quantity will be increases of that cell. Okay, the cell start increasing in their size but not in the number of that cell, where in this lag phase. Okay, initially lag phase, it is the starting phase. Next one we move across the log phase. Log phase, it is also known as the division phase. Here what happens, the phase is characterized by the cell doubling. Cell starts doubling in the number. See here, now see, it is the one cell, it becomes 2, 2 cells. Now these 2 they becomes 1, 2, 3, 4 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now from these 4 they again divide into 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they start dividing in a geometrical way, that is 2 raised to n way. Okay, in that way they are multiplying. Okay, proliferation is a prolonged, like 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8, 8 into 2, 16, 16 to 32. Continuously they are increasing. Where? In this log phase. And the duration of this phase is limited. It is not continuous, but it is limited because of cell density, excitation of the nutrients, accumulation of the toxic metabolic end products. Why? Means because of the density, cell density becomes increases, and here already we used the weak nutrients, already we used the not rich nutrients, okay, poor nutrients we used here. Due to the after some development, what happens, they shows the decline in the nutrients. Nutrients show excitation, accumulation of the other toxic metabolic end products. It is also a phase to stop their limited growth. And during this phase there will be increase in cell number, no doubt, because of it is a cell doubling. It is also known as cell division phase. So what happens, there will be cell increases. And there the third phase, what happens, stationary phase, my dears. See, a stationary phase means a static phase. This you are observing, static phase. Here this phase, what happens, the rate slows as a result of nutritional depletion and accumulation of the toxic products. Here in this stationary phase, what happens, during this stage the growth rate slows down because of the depletion or decrease in the nutrient supply, then accumulation of the toxic substances, toxic products. That leads to stop the phase of the development of the microbes or the bacteria. Now soon the bacterial cells start dying and decline in the number of cells. After, what happens, due to the poor supply or stop the supply of the nutrient, what happens, the bacteria will die, no doubt. Yes, due to that death of the bacteria, that bacteria will comes to the last stage, that is the death or the decline phase. Here you are observing. Okay, initially in the lag phase, what happens, they start developing. In the log phase they start developing, and they again become in this which one, static mode, because of the decline in the nutrients, and they, due to the complete depletion, complete decline in the nutrients, these development becomes down, they decline, they go down. Why? Because of the cell death. Got it? During this phase, what happens, death rate extends, reproduction rate, death rate extends, so reproductive rate and number of viable bacterial cells starts declining. Reproductive rate also start declining. Finally, after the certain period, the entire bacterial population dies and the culture medium becomes sterile. Okay, at one stage, at one period, what happens, there is a culture media. Initially it is filled with numerous of the bacterial cells. Okay, after that due to the not reaching of nutrients, decline in the nutrients, at a certain age, what happens, they all died, they all declines, and that culture becomes sterile. Sterile means completely free from microorganisms. It's known as sterile water we are using, sterile water, microbe free water, sterile water. Yes, this is the last phase of the death or decline phase. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, today we discuss a very important concepts in the lecture 4. Inshallah, in upcoming lecture we discuss about one more very important 10 marks question, fixed question in lecture 5. If you are new to this channel, first subscribe my channel Legend Pharmacy and press the bell icon for this of videos. Okay, and if you press the bell icon, means it's my responsibility to reach that all messages, that all topics which I had covered for you, and don't forget to share my video with your friend circle. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.